You've been staring at a blank screen for 20 minutes while the time aggressively slips away. The deadline is looming, the cursor is blinking, and you feel physically paralyzed. Most advice suggests buying a better planner or downloading a new productivity app, but these are surface-level fixes for a deeper structural problem. Procrastination is an issue of emotional regulation. Your brain uses procrastination as a shield. When you face a task that feels ambiguous or difficult, your nervous system registers that cognitive load as a threat. It generates avoidant behavior to protect you from the perceived pain of the work. Relying on sheer willpower to overcome this biological defense is a guaranteed losing battle. To maintain high performance, you need to engineer an anti-procrastination workflow, a system designed to remove willpower and emotional friction from the equation. Phase 1 of this workflow targets the most common point of failure, the first 60 seconds. In physics, activation energy is the minimum friction required to initiate a reaction. If a task's entry point is too high, the ball never rolls. Facing a steep task triggers a cortisol spike. You have to flatten that incline. The structural fix is the 2-minute entry point. Instead of trying to write a script, you reduce the task to a microscopic action. Open a Google Doc and write one sentence. This tiny entry point bypasses the brain's alarm system. You are treating the start of work as a physiological barrier to be hacked. Once you've started, the next hurdle is organization. Traditional to-do lists often act as graveyards for your most important goals. These lists strip tasks of their chronological context. Without a specific time attached to them, your brain is forced into a state of continuous, exhausting decision-making about what to do next. This triggers the Zeigarnik effect. Your brain is hardwired to prioritize incomplete tasks, keeping them active until closed. These open loops act like background apps on a phone, constantly leaking your mental energy. Time boxing provides the systemic fix by forcing those tasks into dedicated hours on a rigid timeline. At 9 a.m., the decision has already been locked in. You don't have to choose what to do. You only have to execute the block in front of you. Making these decisions during the planning phase conserves your cognitive load for the actual work. Even with a perfect schedule, your focus will eventually waver. Execution is a chemical process that depletes over time. About 20 minutes into a deep session, you hit the dopamine dip. This is a severe, predictable crash in your motivation. During this dip, your brain screams for a distraction. You might find yourself doing easy, low-value tasks, a behavior called productive procrastination, to avoid the discomfort of the main project. To survive this, you use an interruption log. When a distracting urge pops up, you write it down on paper instead of acting on it. This acknowledges the thought and clears it from your working memory without breaking your flow state. You are externalizing the distraction. Surviving the dip means using paper as a trap for impulses, rather than fighting them with willpower. The final phase happens at the end of the day. A system is only as viable as its reset protocol. Many people work until total exhaustion. This makes starting the following morning feel like a psychological punishment, creating a cycle of avoidance. You should use the breadcrumb technique instead. This requires you to stop working at the exact moment you know what the next step is. Leave a sentence half-finished, or write a one-step instruction for yourself to find in the morning. This ritual drops tomorrow's activation energy to zero, making momentum inevitable. You pick up the trail exactly where you left it. Consistency relies on building a system that accepts human fatigue and provides a way to work around it. Identify one specific, lingering task you have been avoiding today. Comment below with your exact 2-minute entry point for that task to lock in immediate accountability. Stay focused.